What's up, everybody? It's Daysun Civil back with another talk. I guess I should say. I was working in Ableton. It's not really a beat making video, but I did make a beat with it. I finally jumped into Ableton. I have my mixture of my Ableton right here. I have Ableton as well as I have Maschine. I have Maschine working in Ableton. I used sounds from Ableton to make a song. Learn how to navigate through Ableton. I want to say that I think that the layout of the Push 2 is great, I should say, and that is because that I think everything is there. Once you learn the parameters and the layout of the Push 2, then everything else becomes easy. I like the different modes, the session modes, the 64 pads, the programming section. If you take a good look here, you can see the layout. You can get into the layout. This is the 64 layout. There's no parameter map right here, and this is actually where I have my machine. If I go to the kit and I take it off of so right now I had it muted. Let's go back and we're gonna unmute this kit. So there we are. We're gonna push back up into place. Once we have there, then I'm gonna go over the initial kit that I used in Ableton on the Push 2. I used basic kit, and this kit is called the Core Kit C78. All right, and this kit sounds like so. All right, so then I replaced the actual kit like this. This is a cardiac kit, cardiac kick from the cardiac kit, and the name of that cardiac kit is I believe it's the Infamy or the Infirmary 2 drum kit, and I replaced the core kit's kick with cardiac's kick as well as with cardiac snare, and this is what that initial sound sounded like. I'm gonna get back to it real quick, and it sounded like this. Let's cut these off. One thing I like about one thing I really like about Ableton is that if you have an MPC background, you'll love Ableton, because Ableton has like a layered approach to it as far as the clips and how things are set up. Or it's more like it's scene mode if it was a machine, or it's very pattern based. So once you get your patterns together, just like how the 4000 was laid out, if you get your patterns together, then it's able for you to create the structure of a song. But you have to know song structure, because you have different clips that you can do, or different patterns to make one full song, which is great. So that's how I pretty much played around with this one pattern, and that was to make that drum track. And I'm gonna mute this, and then I went to this, which is this is a synth, not a synth, but like a lead. Well, a lead is a synth that was from Ableton, that was called Cherish. But I made that pattern, and it kind of sounded like this. So I'm gonna solo this. All right, I guess I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I know why it's wrong, because I gotta let it play again. So, and then I added another, after this synth, I added another sound from Ableton. I love the sounds in Ableton as well, and I love the ease in which it is to add your plugins to the DAW. And we're gonna take this out of solo mode. And so Even though this is labeled as a bridge, this was a saw that's called Tough Electric. So one thing about it is if you come in and put it on come in, like if you got a bar and your bar is a 2-bar pattern, and you come in and you trying to like turn on your clips late, they're gonna play late. So you have to play them together. See, the good thing about this, I also have my machine map to Ableton. So all I gotta do is oh, props to St. Joe, because you helped me with the mapping as well. I made sure I had my machine mapped to Ableton. And Udemy. Udemy.com is a good resource if you want to learn how to learn Maschine, as well as machinetutorials.com. I'm not being sponsored by any of them. I'm just saying that they're just good resources. So, this is a sound in Ableton called Stevie Wonder, and with this, it's got that clav sound, but that higher ground sound. And I just pretty much, I gave a staccato play into it, a very short and choppy, and I made it sound like so. It's not on, so we're going to turn on the clip. Just to give that variety to it, that I don't know if you can really hear that. I got audio coming from everywhere, so now I'm gonna add in Maschine. That sounds pretty slick. So that's Maschine and Ableton. I got them working together, But let me go over some of the things that I got working. That was Ableton. Now I'm gonna go over some of the things that I got working in Maschine. All right. So if I come over here to Maschine, I know it's gonna be hard to see. But if I come on, I got some things working. I got some sounds in Maschine. It was 2 kits that I really worked out of. One was the cardiac kit, where I got the kicks and the snares and put them in Ableton and worked on them through the Push 2. I made a drum pattern with that. Then I also did some things here. There's a kit that's called the Number One. It's called the Number One, the Best Trap Kit ever. So I used that Number One, the Best Trap Kit. And I got my kick, snare, this open hi-hat. This hi-hat came from the Cardiac Infirmary Drum 2 kit. The Infirmary 2 drum kit. This came from S1's Career Kit. Excuse me. This also came from the best trap kit. The best trap kit, that percussion sound. That 808 came from there as well. So did that stab. That stab, which I used to make part of the song. But these two snares, these two filtered snares that I have, so I got those from S1's kit as well. Alright, I noticed a little bit of latency since I switched up my audio a little bit. But those are just some of the things that I work with as far as that to create this kit. And then this is what I got. Oh, you know, one thing else I also did with Maschine, I added a flanger to the drums. So if I was to solo, solo this out, I added a flanger to my drums so that they can have like a little effect. I can hear it better in the headphones than I can through my monitors. And I don't have a sub yet, so I really can't hear the lows. But if I turn the flanger up just a little bit, yeah. So I just wanted a slight, where you can hear a difference in the drums. But you have to listen real close. That's me figuring out this Ableton, y'all, getting it together. Alright, so. Alright, y'all, so that's just the first track that I did in Ableton. Working around, trying to integrate Ableton and Maschine, which is a seamlessly easy transition. I know there's more to learn. When I learn more, I'll share it with y'all as well. As well as I'll start going into Studio One, because of course I use Studio One, Maschine, and Ableton. And I know you can do your vocals in here, but I'm gonna also do my vocals in Studio One because I really like Studio One as well. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.